with head coach Stephen O'Donnell ahead of the return of the League of Ireland tomorrow, away to Longford Town, a 7:30 kick-off. The first game's live on LOI TV. Seeing a little break for the staff and players after 14 matches, and everybody looked in good form at training this morning, raring to go for the second 2/3 of the season.
Yeah, exactly. We had a few days. We played Dundalk on the Friday, and then we came back in the following Thursday. So it's good for the players to re-energise mentally and physically. And since we've come back in last Thursday, training has gone really well, and the attitude of all the players has been very good. So we're looking forward to get back into the swing of things now, starting with Longford on Saturday.
Yeah, you presented Alfie Lewis with his Player of the Month award for May. He was in the team most weeks in the month. I think it was 6-7 games in the month, and for a lone player so young to be voted Player of the Month is a great achievement for him.
Yeah, it'd be great for Alfie. It's his first sample of first team football, coming from the under-23s in West Ham, and he settled in really well off the pitch with all the players and that. Great character to have around the place, and as you've seen with his award and that, he's done very well in the games he's played. So looking forward to getting more out of Alfie, and he's enjoying his training, and he's looking sharp in training.
From the point of view of the break as well, we had some knocks and niggles a little bit towards the latter part of the first part of the season, so time for lads to recover and get themselves back and ready for selection.
Yeah, exactly. We in that busy period of games, we did have a few boys that took a few knocks and we were down bodies, but we've got the majority of those back now, so delighted to have them back in the training pitch. And as I said, everyone that's come back in has looked very sharp and chomping at the bit to get in the team, and we're going to have good options as well. For even if not in the starting level, we're going to have good options coming off the bench. So delighted to get everyone back off the treatment table, and we're looking forward to the second part of the season now.
If we look back on our last meeting with Longford, that Chris Forrester cracker comes to mind in a 2-0 victory at Richmond.
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0, yes. Chris scored twice.
Yeah, Chris got the third laid on as well. So yeah, it was one of the highlights of the season so far, probably the goal of the season so far. So delighted to get the win. It wasn't an easy game. It probably 3-0 didn't reflect, didn't probably do justice to the sort of performance that Longford put in. It was a tighter game than that, so we're under no illusions that it'll be very tough. Even the game before the break, Shamrock Rovers scored the last kick of the game down there to win the game 1-0, so it's going to be a very competitive match. And like every week, we know if we're not fully attentive to the opposition and fully sort of at it mentally and physically, we'll be in for a tough night. So we need to be just look after ourselves, make sure we're tuned in and we're razor focused for the game itself, and we're ready after the little break. There can be a tendency, we haven't played in a couple of weeks and might take a little bit to get back into the rhythm of the game. We need to make sure we're at it from kick-off, and as I said, if training's nothing to go by, I'm very optimistic that we will be.
And lastly, supporters back at sport around the world over the last couple of months. We've seen the fans back at the Euros, at games in England, and now in the League of Ireland. There'll be a couple of hundred in Longford, and then back at Richmond for Friday, Monday the following week. So great, even in small numbers, to have fans back to cheer the lads on.
Yeah, brilliant. It's been so long now, you nearly forget what it's like, what you've been missing. So it's great. It's a start hopefully over here, and it's only going to go onwards and upwards hopefully. So brilliant. They're the heartbeat of football. They're heartbeat of sports spectators, and we're delighted to be welcoming them back into Richmond next Friday against Sligo, and it'll be great to see a number of bodies, I suppose, even tomorrow at the Longford game. So as I said, it's been so long, you sort of forget what it's been like. So it'd be great for the players to play in front of playing a game that there'll be some sense of atmosphere in it, and even for minimal things like scoring goals. So players thrive on the reaction of supporters when they might score a goal or do a good bit of skill and get a good reaction from the fans. That's what football's all about. So delighted to have them back and looking forward to it.